back again, are you? Hey, good morning, Andrew. First commenter of the stream. Get out of there, please. Out of there. Thank you. How's everyone doing this morning? Just a gorgeous morning out there now. Kind of a little bit odd this morning, like it's not blue sky. It's like a hazy white gray sky, but yet you can tell the sun is beaming. It's bright up there. But I just came in, me and my family, just came in off the water. Good morning, Danny. Just got off the water. I just arrived at the shop. It's roughly 10:30 here this morning. That's Newfoundland time. We were up shortly after 6, woke the girls up, got ready, threw a bit of gear together, and we were on the water just by like 7 or just after 7. And we were close on 3 hours out there, cruising around, fishing. Good morning, Brian. Not cool here this morning, buddy. Nice and warm. Actually, I don't know if I'd say nice and warm. It's warm. It's not that nice to me. Good morning, Hardy. Been a great week here. Good week of production. I spent one day of this week on the road, and some things got messed up. So we're a little bit low on content here this week. So I thought I definitely have to do a live stream. Good morning, Chris. But yeah, as soon as we got in from out in boat, I scooted on down here and we're getting the live stream. I'll show you some goodies we've got on the go here. We have some nice stuff on the go. Morning, Cliff. Cliff, it's 10:30 in the morning here. I guess in Frankfurt, it's the afternoon. We've got some good work on the shop here this week. The shop is coming together, guys. I have a gentleman here doing some plastering work. So a lot of my drywall's getting put together and is looking fantastic. So as I mentioned, I was doing, remember a video there a little while ago? I was doing some plaster work upstairs in that hallway. Well, I did one coat, and it just, due to the shop work here, just never got to doing a second coat. And so I hunted around, found the right man for the job, and he's taking care of it. So I don't have to even think about it. And sometimes it's nice to have, I'm generally a fellow that likes to do as much of the work myself as possible. I like to have full control of the work, but with something like that and so much going on, it's nice to just know it's getting done. The task is set out before him, so he knows what he has to do, doesn't need instruction, doesn't need help, and just, well, every day or a couple days I come here, it's done a little more. Let me show you guys, just finishing up some airbrushing on a couple Tuckamore sheets. Let me just show you guys some of the shop progress here, because I know some of you guys really enjoy that big iceberg that I showed in a couple different videos. That gorgeous one with the blue stripe is collapsed. So it's just an ugly, scraggly looking thing. Oop, caught up in the wires. An ugly, scraggly looking thing now. But let me show you a few of the shop updates. Big one right here, look at this. And I know to some of you, this might not mean much, but to you diligent watchers, running water, I've got all my stones out and my sink washed down, all the plumbing is run. I've got some mag strips here on the wall. Finally got all the straps and gear out and the Edge Pro system out. Nice. Yeah, very, very exciting. You guys know on the sharpening videos I've put out this year, that's always been a bit of frustration, just using bottled water and a bucket for water drainage and stuff. I like to have my running water because I'm someone who likes my stones to be very clean when I'm sharpening. Bathroom door in, bathroom's all cleaned out, a lot of the plumbing is taken care of, so we have, this is, did I show you guys? This is the bathroom. This is the insulation. That's the external wall of the building there. This bathroom will all be done hopefully real soon, but right now we have running water. Everything is just nice because all winter so far, and it sounds a little bit crude, we've just been bringing jugs of water and a jug per flush. So that's been how it's going. But now we're getting luxury. But all this out here, so I'm out in the front bay now, in the front area, and you could see all that drywall? Lots of drywall, all being taken care of. So he's handling all that plastering now, and he's kind of got to work around the compressor over here, by the way. Andrew, yep. Still quite a few. We're out there ripping around 2 or 3 icebergs this morning. I've been collecting. It's been kind of like my thing. But every time we go out, oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. Every time we go out, I pick up as much ice as I can. And it's hard to find little small chunks floating in the water, but you kind of got to hunt around and pick around for them. This morning I brought in three chunks probably like this. So my deep freeze now has, I don't know, 7 or 8 like chunks of ice. And usually in the evenings or sometime in the day, I'll go down with my pot. I'll chisel off some. I'll take a knife and just hack it up, and then I've got a big bowl of chunky iceberg ice for my ginger ale or my whatever, some Kool-Aid or whatever. But icy iceberg ice, ancient iceberg ice in a drink like that is so good, and just something about, of course, the novelty of it adds to it. But have a look at that drywall getting taken care of. So we're almost there up top. Look how beautiful that is, guys. The whole thing's been done with that wooden clapboard. Glass door's been hung up here, and that's the hallway that I was plastering in that video, which is mostly, I think, just needs to be sanded, and then it's ready for paint. So very exciting. I won't turn you guys around there, but I've been running some electrical getting run here, lots of stuff in motion. Just to let you guys know, have a look at this compressor here. Have a look at that beauty. That is a 3-phase, 3-stage, 15 horsepower, 180 gallon compressor, I believe. Real substantial unit there, which is exciting, and we'll make a use of that here real soon. So all real exciting. Let me just take a stroll over around here. You guys on the live stream are you get the little inside hints. Hey, rookie, JP ordered a Tuckamore. That is exciting. Thanks so much for that order. Look at that. But everything is just looking phenomenal. Gonna get some clapboard on here. I think I'm gonna get some polished, like checker plate. Do the bottom 4 feet of this. Lots of plans. Just a matter of just time and money, right? Lots of money. But yeah, it's coming along. Real excited to have this. I think I'm gonna do this, the NPI blue, like that navy blue, all the drywall. Chris, no problem getting this shop dirty, but I don't mind like work dirt. I'm not a fan of like constant untidiness and everything getting run down, but I don't mind everything looking like it's in use. Don't mind that at all. Be nice if I had, now you're talking my language, JP. 1 second. Had to take care of the cat there for 1 second, guys. Throw a little bit of ginger ale at her. Ooh, it is warm and muggy in the shop here today. Let me show you guys. Boy, do I have some nice knives to show you here this morning. Mostly all yellow fox knives. Let me just clean up my hands here. Got a few customs. We got some knives in the work. We got some that are pretty much completed. Yeah, Chris, lots of production happening. And of course, as I mentioned in pretty much every video, we're also facing, like, all this work has to get done, and plumbing has to get run, and the water system has to be set up, and new equipment installed and put in, and drywall work, all of this stuff. And I want to get my building all done here, get it all up just how I want it. But the shop has to be in production. So still daily, without exception, the shop here is doing leather work and knife work and grinding and a lot of work. We've got custom orders to take care of. Got to keep the store stocked because we have to keep that cash flow. I need that cash flow moving, of course, to support all of the work that is being done. So it's a tough balance, tough road to walk, and a lot of times it means long days. And yes, Chris, that's what I pray for daily. For the Lord's guidance, the Lord's wisdom, help in my decision making, to have the right convictions, to move the right ways, and lots of challenges, but that makes it fun. So let's have a look. Let me show you guys some of the stuff. So first off, everything I show you here today is pretty much all available, but not on the website yet because they haven't been sharpened, and I just haven't got to the pictures. That's the last stage. You need the right weather, the right lighting to get out and do a photo shoot. So if I can sell them privately, if you want to shoot me an email, my email's in the description there now, you can do so. But you can check out conwesley.com for stuff that's already available. But if anything here really piques your interest, and these haven't, I'll note, these aren't complete. They don't have, they need final wipe down, final cleanup. They have polishing compounds smeared on them and stuff. They need final edges. But other than that, they're ready to ship. So I have two gorgeous tradesmen here in just almost the most perfect forged finish. So even. And that's in Bacote wood and a black liner. And notice how they kind of look dirty there now. Not pleasant at all. That's because of that polishing compound where the handles were polished. But these are just beautiful tradesmen. That wood makes them just a little bit weighty. Brass pins, like I said, a black liner and a cherry red liner. Looks a little orangey on the camera there now, but it's a much darker red. It's a real nice red. It's like a YouTube play button red, if you're wondering. Look at that Bacote. Isn't that nice? And then we have a couple, again, keep in mind, not final cleanups, but you're getting the inside scene here. A couple of Warncliffes, forged finish. This one is my first, this is a full flat grind. Right from edge to spine, full flat, very nice. And this is the standard high flat. Have a look, but look at that, blue and black liners in a gray curly maple. Look at that figuring, guys. And then this is a yellow G10. See if I can get you guys focused here. A yellow G10 with a thick black G10 liner. This is really cool. Haven't did yellow in a while. Always like it, especially against the forged finish because it has such a strong pop. These are nice, available, but just not listed. Quinn, good eye, my friend. You like it? Look at that figuring, just gorgeous. Now, you guys liked the bake apple run in the blue curly maple with the natural liners so much. We have a yellow fox in that. Just look at the figuring. I mean, this blue is just the strongest figured curly maple, like the most chatoyance of any that I've seen. It's just wild. Look how strong that figuring is. Good morning, Knives Army. Morning, Scott Stapleton. Oh, I've been missing the comments here. Crispin's commenting. Rookie. But look at that. Just wild figuring. Forged finish. High flat grind. The yellow fox, of course, is one of my primary hunting patterns. Been producing this one for quite a few years now. And it's gone through a few minor tweaks and iterations, but it's just, you can imagine how nice of a piece that would be as a caper and processing knife. Ground quite thin. And we have a yellow fox in Bacote, polished 1/4-inch pins, black G10 liners. Look at that. The yellow fox is just, it's one of my favorite patterns. For me, the lines of it, it just really works for my taste. The lines of a knife, the handle feel. I just love it. I know some of the people that are watching there now own yellow fox knives. Then we have a couple yellow foxes in camo Spectra ply. Look at that. What do you think of that, guys? Forge finish, camo Spectra ply, stabilize. Let me know what you think. JP. Yeah, it has that kind of warm feel. And then we have maybe my most favorite yellow fox of all time, and this is a scale setup that Dad just did, and we put together here. And I just did the finishing work on it yesterday, but I just think it's so beautiful. You have a really nice forge finish. Right. So that beautiful forge finish to start. And then we have, again, guys, these aren't cleaned up. This is like a perfect mirror polish, but you can't hardly tell because of all the epoxy that's on there. But we have gray curly maple back here. Black G10 spacers, a gray G10 spacer. And then we have ancient, this is 5,000-year-old bog oak, lab certified. This is lab dated 5,000-year-old ancient bog oak. And I know I've done the yellow fox in like wilder, more wild configurations and crazy patterns, but when it comes to styling, like this is a little more my style here. I like dark colors. I like a little more subtlety, and I just think like this really speaks to my preferences. Just looks so meaty and hearty, and I just love it. Love that knife. Got a custom build coming out off the line here. Again, not quite complete, but I think you guys will like it. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian, my friend. Danny, glad you like it. Andrew, do you have any plans for shop visit days open to the public, or would that be too much to organize? So my shop is somewhat open to the public. Someone can walk in my doors here, check my stock, and purchase a knife from my store. And although we're not here yet, my plan is to have sort of a storefront in this building. It'll kind of be like a single room, but you'll be able to walk in, you know, be glass display cabinets. It'll be leather belts hung on the wall that you can select your belt. There'll be custom leather work there that you'll be able to avail of. A whole selection of all my knife patterns, like I said, glass cabinet style. And you'll be able to select and purchase right here, storefront. Right now, not fully set up, like that storefront experience is not set up yet, but you still have that option to stop in here like that. And I've had some tourists and stuff stop in here this summer. They're driving by, of course, and they see the big building and the sign on the front with the K and knives, and some tourists just have to stop in. A knife shop out like way back in rural NL. What's this all about? So that usually leads to a shop tour here and some good discussion. Usually leads to a sale or two. But have a look at this custom here. Again, it's smudgy. It's not showing great, but we have a gray curly maple. This is copper up here. This is solid copper. There you can see the construction. So full tank construction, a lap joint style. So this would be pin right through there. And then this is a stacked copper. So you can see two separate pieces of copper as well as an eighth inch thick strip of black micarta. And if I can show it, let's see if she'll focus for you. Won't really, but this is an insane mosaic pin here. Nah, she's not gonna get it for you, but you get the idea. Just a beautiful piece. Really happy with this piece. We have that slight back swedge here. This is quite a hardy knife as well. This is a custom build made to order for a client, so dimensions all picked out, styling picked out. Let me show you now. So I'm working on, I don't think he's here this morning because he hasn't commented yet. Oh, this shop is warm here, guys. I debated putting in an AC system this year, but the resources just aren't there, both time and money. Well, money part we could get around, but there's just so much money being invested here right now and so many projects on the go in different parts. The water system up and running. There's just a lot on the go. Can't talk about it all right yet. Lots of construction work, of course, building out all those offices upstairs and drywall and sheeting and some custom fab work to be done. And I've got to change out the whole heating system. So we have that plumbed floor. We have that outside boiler, that wood-fired boiler. That's I'm finding out that's pretty much garbage. It's leaking out of there. The actual steel tank in the system itself, it's leaking out of there almost as fast as you can put it in. So we just had the fire department come there. You guys seen on the video, came there a couple weeks ago and filled it, and I had to refill it yesterday. It was pretty much empty, which is like 500 to 600 gallons. Most leaked out. Took us half the day yesterday running off my water system here to refill it. I wanted to get away from the wood-fired boiler anyways, because I don't want to have to deal with burning 20 plus cords of firewood a winter. That's just a lot of hassle. You got to be at it all the time. You got to prep the firewood. You got to store the firewood. You got to keep the fire in. You got to light the fire. There's just a lot of work in dealing with wood. So I want to switch to an electrically heated floor. Still avail of all that plumbing system and everything, but I just want to heat it electrically. I think that's the way to go here. So again, a lot of resources, a lot of money being poured in. So probably won't go with the AC system this year, even though sure would be nice. But let's have a look here. This is a custom order. As I was saying, I don't think the gentleman that ordered these is watching, or he would have probably commented by now. But we have large scale chef's knife. Beautiful full-size Nakiri, and these are early stages just through the groundwork, but they are just about prepped for heat treat. So these are going to be all hand finished anyways, hand polished, so you can just get them closely dialed before heat treat. I really love this Nakiri. Just look at how much steel that is. This thing is going to perform like crazy. Small paring knife to go with the set. mini Nakiri to go with the set. And then there's going to be a bread knife as well, serrated knife. And that whole project is being filmed for the TV show this fall. So that's something that we're also working on, that I'm working on here, is I'm filming for the TV show for the fall, which is just a lot of craziness, guys. And for the same client, we have a custom bake apple. Look at that, a custom bake apple coming along. And this getting full polished, as you can see. So just a really, really wild finish. Look at that. Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of polishing. I used to do a lot more of it, but it just takes so much time. And of course you have to charge for the time, because a knife takes 2 or 3 times as long to make. You don't end up with 2 or 3 times the cost, but look at that. Look at that polish. You like that? Client ordered some nice chunky jimping, a whole bunch of it there, and that is just a lot of traction. And this is meant to be like a little kind of a mini personal defense knife. It's going to get an inside the pocket slip style sheath. Going to do something nice for the handle there, but this little thing is going to be sweet, as you can see. And look at that. Yeah, isn't that just beautiful? Like I said, I don't do many polished knives. And actually, that whole kitchen set that I showed you is going to be polished like that. So a lot of work coming up. Definitely a lot of work coming up. But there's so many orders littered around the shop here that we're working through now, powering through. And I'm so fortunate, so grateful to have all those orders. Of course, we have the production knives, those that are on the website. Scott, why haven't you? I think it's time. That set is going to Ontario. We're doing a whole custom block build. And I've gotten some of the scales already made for it, and they're getting a multi-part handle series. And let me show you something, show you here in the rack, something that I'm going to implement on this knife set. And I haven't used it yet, but it is genuine abalone. We're going to be incorporating that. I think I'm going to do a beautiful strip of it right down the side of the block, maybe like a half-inch strip, and then a big KN knives with I've got it all up here, just all a matter of executing. But you can probably pick up my excitement. Really excited, but we're going to do a whole block, kitchen block, to sit on the counter. Really excited. Thank you, Chris. I do actually get a lot of love from Ontario. The Ontario population really supports KN knife quite a bit, more than any other province. I would say outside of Ontario, it's Alberta, but Ontario definitely takes the cake. JP, Kyle does make kitchen knife sets. Kyle makes it all, almost anything to request. And here is some of my sketching, like for the kitchen knife set. We're going to be something like that. This is how our handles are going to be laid out. So this is a paper template, you can see. So it was all envisioned, drawn up, figured out the lines and the shape. Just real excited. I've got a sweet order coming along here for a a fire team in Ontario. It's going to be awesome. The captain is having them built for his, I guess, team. What would you call it? There's a group of guys. They all run like I guess it would be a team. But we're doing kind of a fire themed. It's gonna be real exciting. Just reading the comments here, guys. JP, go ahead and shoot me an email. weiderfan.business @gmail.com, and we can quote it up for you. So here's a lot of the plumbing system coming into the building we've been working on. Let me show you guys once more the front here, but oh, something else I was able to get installed is a hose setup, and I ran all that in yesterday because I needed to be able to fill up my furnace. And let me take you guys real quick. So I'm using a like surface well system, an above ground well system, but there's like a big cavern, a fiberglass tank installed in the ground that takes in groundwater. So there's lines running into the building. That's basically the extent of what we had. By the way, you're in the door of my electrical room here now, my utility room. But we had lines coming in. That was basically the extent of it. I have a pump on the incoming line running into the building, and I wanted a way to have some type of reservoir system so I can always have a small amount of holding water for in case in winter time, if the well was to entirely freeze, or dead middle of summer, if you get a real dry summer and the well kind of dries up. Wanted to have a reservoir system. So what I designed, have a look here. This is a 250 liter garbage can, just a standard like a heavy grade recycling can, right? And we have pumping in from the well here, filtered, pumped into the drum. This is treated water, and this is my house pump. This is a pressure-based pump that runs water to the house, the toilets and sinks and stuff. One toilet, one sink right now, but will be multiple. Needs a little bit of work yet to refine it, but that's how it's going to be. So you always have, right, 250 liters of water is a lot of toilet flushes if the well freezes up for a month midwinter. So that's real exciting, guys. It's just all coming together here beautifully. But like I said, a lot of work here. But if anyone's interested, go ahead, shoot me an email. Again, in the description there is where my email is listed. I love the shop too, my friend. Thank you. Very exciting. Shoot me an email. You can check out my website, kylenosworthy.com. Lots of gear available there now. I have a nice selection of stock that's ready to ship out the door. A bunch of shipments going out Monday. So if you have something that you purchase over the weekend, you'll be able to hopefully get out with Monday's mail. So thanks for watching. I'm going to have a good time here. I'm trying not to turn you around because there's stuff in that side of the shop that I've hinted at in this video that I don't really want to release yet. But I'm going to have a busy day in the shop here. Hopefully get out later today and try for a fish again. But I appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day, guys. Who spend some time with your family. I know some of you guys are probably working. So I hope you have a great day. And I'm sure I'll have one here as well. Bye, Chris. Bye, JP. Thank you guys for commenting. Danny, Rookie. I certainly will do that, Chris. Have a good day, guys.